Okay, so do two here, two here, two here. I'll do one. Oh, what the fuck? Then I'll do +2 on this. Oh, there we go. Let me see if I can play anything before I pull the damn crystals. Yeah, I'll play this. Then I'll get it after. Then I'll get 2 for this, and I might as well pull 2 for this. Uh, hmm. Yeah, I could turn that one. Or I could turn this one. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one then. Boop. And you already know what gatekeeper I'm going for, but I'll show you anyways. Oh.
This card's kind of pointless. This is on play. Search your barracks for a gatekeeper card. Reveal it and place it on top of your barracks. Then shuffle your barracks. So you're going to put it back on your barracks. Then you're going to shuffle your barracks.
Oh. Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't read the shuffle part. Oh, well, that's alright. Oh yeah, I might switch her out then.
You might want to go ahead and just take a picture of that card so we can show it to the boss and see if
I mean,
he wants
yeah,
to
I
reword
mean, it's
that.
kind of a pointless card to even play that. I mean, that kind of does make sense. Hold on, let me send it to him now. Because what the fuck is? Yeah, you get a point. What the hell is the point? It's putting it at the top to shuffle your deck. It would make sense if it said shuffle your deck and then put it on top, but not put it on top then shuffle your deck. Hold on, I'll throw that at him real quick. But I am probably just gonna. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna pass my turn to you. While I send that to him. He said he's going to bed or he's going something. What do you say? He broke up. I couldn't hear what you said.
Oh, I don't know. He just said he had to go. Let's go 2 black.
I said, is this card supposed to be reverted? What's the point of shuffling if it has to go back? If it has to go back in the pile and be shuffled, then I make cry face, and I said at portal.
Make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, it would make sense if it said Search your barracks for gatekeeper card. Then shuffle your deck and put the card on top of the barracks. That's how that would make sense.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and pass turn.
Oh, what did you do? What'd you do? What'd you do? Oh, increase or decrease level. Ah. Let me see if I. Your turn. Okay. I still got an idea. Let me bring this back. I'm gonna do. Uh, I'm gonna untip this guy and then retip him for 2. Oh wait, before I do that, I gotta pick the cards. I'll just do. I'll just do 1 here, and then I'll do 2 here, and then I'll tip him for the 2. Take these out so I can actually see him. You should have got. I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out how to save his profile. Maybe you can do it for the board that has the little numbers. The
What are
one
you
that he
talking about?
sent. The one that he sent in the group chat to save.
Oh, I haven't. I haven't even looked at it. I haven't saved it either.
Hmm. No. Hmm. Uh. I guess I'll just hunt with this. Going to post hunt and a hunt.
Which one are you taking? My black or my blue?
Hmm. I'll take the black. Maybe fine. Where the hell is the black at? Um. You can go in hunt phase and attack phase, or is it attack phase and hunt phase? Did I fucked it up? Or you can't do.
Hunt then attack. But if you hunt, it tips.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'd have to have something that untips it. Hold on. Never mind, that's the wrong card. Alright, I'll pass turn to you. What you got for me? You got a stack of cards over there. You're brewing up something.
All right, my bad. My son was yapping.
I don't know.
I'm gonna
I'm just looking at all the
gonna
cards
go.
you have over there. I know you're up to something.
I'm not though. I don't really have a whole lot going on. I
Dun dun
think I
dun.
messed this up before the match. I kind of messed everything up. Let's play one of these. I need to go up. I'll go up one. I'll go up one of the blue. Green. We get 2 more. Tip this. Tip this. We get 2 black.
Mm.
3.
Yeah, he must have went to bed because I texted in the group chat and he didn't answer me. I assume he probably
Yeah,
went to bed.
maybe.
He sent you mail?
Huh?
He sent you mail?
Sent me a mail?
Yeah, did he send you out a package or no?
Yeah.
Oh. Your little giveaways.
Yeah, I haven't got it yet. When I do,
Are you ripping it?
I'm ripping the shit out of it.
You have to show me what you got in the little show off your cards. That'd be cool.
Man, I'm trying to think of what I can do.
Oh yeah, he said it needs to be reworded.
Hey, he joined in.
Oh,
All
there
right.
he is.
So yeah. It needs to be it needs to be reworded. The intent is that you're basically it's searching. You grab it, yeah. Then you shuffle your barracks, and then you place it on top. So I'll go reword it. It's not meant to be just shuffled back into the pile. Yeah, horrible wording. Horrible
That's
sequence there.
that's how I read it when I made the deck, and then I played it, and
Yeah,
I was gonna do it, and Big Daddy's like, no, doesn't say do that, and I was just like,
yeah.
oh
No, that's
yeah,
the
you're
intent.
right.
It's bad wording. I'll go reword it right now.
Yeah, didn't make much sense.
Yeah, once you said that, I was like, that don't make no sense at all. I was about to get rid of the card. I was like, well, useless to me.
That was going to be bulk box daddy for sure. So there's that. That's all I can do. I'll pass.
All right. Untip. Oh, I think it's backwards. I don't know, man. And then wait, before I did that. I'll draw two from here. And then I'll do +1 here. And then I'll tip this guy. I'll pull these. I'll pull 5 of these. Let me see. Artifacts. Yeah. So let's see if I can play this right. I'm gonna play this. I'll do. Hold on, let me see. I'll do one of these. And then 3 of these. I'll do. Ooh, I guess I'll do this guy. I'll take your creature. So that means I'm gonna have to do 6 of these, which is basically all of them. And then what? 3 of these. That leaves me with that. Oh, that's useless to me. Ah, I should have used that damn black piece. Oh, well, they all come in tipped anyway. Well, Wait, what does this say? Oh, this one want to come in tip. How does that work though? Would he come in tipped or well, he'd be tipped, but then I'd gain control of him? Because it'd be on play, but then it'd be tipped and it'd be taken over. Portal.
So it says on play, you'll. So this one will still have summon sickness.
Well, yeah,
Your
I know
creatures
that.
will have. Your creatures
What's the
have
card?
quick.
What
So
is the card?
he. So the domestic oath says on play, gain control all creatures target player controls.
Okay.
Only had a Lady of Shallot.
Okay.
So he takes control of Lady of Shallot, but so do they all just get quick now?
Okay. So then, and then Lady of Shallot says, uh,
Your,
does it say when your creatures interplay? I'm trying to think of the wording. What does it
your
say?
opponent's creatures enter their realm tip, and your creatures have quick.
Okay. So first of all, um, so the Lady of Shallot. So as it enters, she'll trigger, right? So it'll go up into this stack, and um, then his on play will trigger, and he'll take the Lady of Shallot. Okay. Uh, then uh, basically the card trigger. So he takes that. So then that resolves, and then the trigger from Lady of Shallot will trigger, and then the oath will tap or tip. Excuse me. Right, because it triggered when he entered play. The Lady of Shallot, like saying that all your opponent's creatures interplay tap. So that or tip. So when it comes in, hers is going to trigger. Then
Yep.
his on play effect is going to trigger. Uh, and when his on play effect triggers, he'll take her, right? So he gains control of that creature. And then the trigger on the stack from hers when he interplay comes back in, and he's tipped. So he's tipped, but Mike now owns the Lady of Shallot.
And any creatures after this would not come into, and they would have
For
quick.
him, yeah, for him.
Yeah.
Now he's got the card because see, it's the trigger on the stack. The trigger went on the stack while you was under control for you, so you control that trigger, that effect, right? As it's coming back, it's targeting at that point in time. It's the opponent, right? The oath is the opponent, so that trigger's coming back in previous to him taking her, right? And so then he still takes her, right? But then that trigger comes back in from the stack after his on play resolves, and then the O is tipped. And then yeah, any future cards, like if he plays another creature right now, then that card will come into play with quick, and any creatures you now play will come into play tipped.
Okay, makes sense now. So we did. I played it right. So he's tipped already before. Makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go in the hunt phase for both of these two.
He still has summon sickness.
You said what?
Shallot still has summon sickness.
Oh yeah, because you played it on her turn. Yeah, that's right. On your turn. Yeah, let's do TD.
Shallot does say all your other creatures, right? It doesn't say all your creatures.
It just says your creatures have quick.
Okay. So it needs to say all your other needs to say your other creatures have quick because she doesn't have quick.
Yep.
Okay. I'll change that.
All right, it's all you, Ming.
That one's tipped, right?
Yeah, she just went on hunt phases to take some of your stuff.
We're gonna go. Just gonna go one. Probably just go one. Just go to one. I'll go up by two. So I'm gonna get 7. 6, 7. Get 2 here. Going to
Let's see
go 1,
if you
2,
can pull it off.
3, 4.
See what you got up your sleeve.
So there's 6. Play them here. I have no creatures to send home, but you do.
Yeah, you get them all.
Yeah, Charlotte would go to yours because you control her. Then see. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We got gatekeeper.
Yeah, there you go. What's this?
I'm
Oh,
gonna go ahead and tap this. Pay 2. 2. And zipper. Just get the 2 blue. And that's all I got. I'll pass her.
all right. I'm gonna go +2 here. I'm gonna draw 1 from. No, let's do here. That kind of works out. So then I'll tip this guy. I get. Nope, wrong one. I didn't even get the red. Nice. Organizer, so I don't get confused. And then 7. Oop. Uh, 3, 6, 7, and then I'm gonna play. Where the hell did that card go? I'm gonna play this one. That's gonna be 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gonna play this guy. I'm gonna take away 9. And then I'm gonna play. Well, if I play this, he doesn't come in sick, does he? He just be able to attack. Portal.
Yeah. If you play Charlotte.
What's that?
If a card, yeah, I think it would, but put a creature from any home into play under your control, you lose a life equal to its creation cost. Would he be sick since he's replayed, or is he automatically ready to fight?
You have Shallot, so it's going to have quick when it. Your other creatures have quick. So
Oh,
it
But
will
no,
come.
Shallot got destroyed.
Oh, shells. Okay, so you're pulling it in from your home or your home.
Yeah, it said put a target creature from any home into a play under your control. You lose life equal to its creation cost.
Yeah, it still has creation sickness
Okay.
unless it has quick or something like that.
you would have had to pull Shallot out and then play him from hand, or have another spell to pull him back out.
I'm gonna play this one. Uh, hmm. Guess I'll play him. One, two, three. Uh, this should be two. Hmm. I'll let my turn there to be fine. It's all you, brother.
First thing I'm gonna pull.
What would you playing?
I'm triggering this here. I'm gonna pull Lady of Shallot back out.
What would you play? Oh yeah. Players send a creature home at the end of the beginning of your turn. You may choose a creature. Choose a target creature from a target home and place it under your control. Okay.
I'm
Enter
going to
tipped.
It won't enter tipped, but it'll have.
No, I meant for me. I meant for me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go one here and one here. I'll go here. I'll get the Play two. This. Bring it up to 4.
Decrease gatekeeper by level 1.
Increase.
Oh wait, hold on.
This is increase or decrease the level of target gatekeeper by level 1. I just increased mine.
Now I only asked because I didn't know if you were trying to
Right,
do
right.
mine or not.
I'm gonna tip this one and deal the 4 damage to your bear.
All right. Bear's on a 4.
Be gone.
Oh, is he?
Bear
Is he only
gone.
health? Oh yeah, he does. He is gone. I thought he had more health than that.
I did too. I looked at him the other day and I was just like, see, his attack set was 9. I was like, great. I see his health and I was like, oh, he's squishy. But he's a good squishy because he's super, super powerful. Let's go. One. This guy. And that is my turn. I'll pass.
That's it. All right, I'm gonna
Yep.
play 2 here. I'll take 1 here. I'll untip him obviously, and then tip him back for 2. I'll do this. I'll take 9. And I'm gonna play this one. And I'm gonna duplicate obviously the giant. So I'm gonna clone him. I'm gonna get discard. Should be discarded or should just be turned? I just discard her, right? And then he'd come in tipped, but on play would take all your creatures. Cause you have their tips. I still gotta pay for her, so I'm gonna do 1
And I
here.
was talking to you this whole time.
Huh?
I was talking to you this whole time. I had my headset in.
Oh, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just talking about what was happening.
Just so I don't confuse myself, technically these would all be tipped. 2. And then I'm gonna play this. So
Yep.
I'm gonna bring her to 6. And then I'm gonna Oh yeah, I gotta hold on. I gotta pay for that first. So 3, 1, 2, 3. I'll pay for. I'll pay this under him. I'll pay the 2 to create him, and I'll pay the 3 to equipped. That'd be 5. And then I'll attack with go into the attack phase with the giant. Well, I'll tip her, then I'll go into attack phase with the giant.
This game.
As game. That's how I wanted it to work.
Yep. I had you next turn to get rid of everything. But then there wasn't a whole lot I could do.
It's just a copy of oh, and you're gonna play the
Yeah.
artifact again as a double. Yeah. Well, I saw you started stacking up all your creatures, and then I was like, well, I have to duplicate, so I can just duplicate him and grab all those creatures back, so that won't be too bad. And then he was done with his sickness, so I was like, all right. I knew I had to do it all in one move. I was like, if I let him play, he's gonna take away my gatekeeper's level.
Yeah.
So I kind of had to do it in one sweep.
Well, damn.
Maybe
GG's, my guys.
So I know it's still fairly early. Have you guys looked at deck building from the hunting side of things as far as trying to get to God Crystal first?
Um,
No, I know Big Daddy did do one deck that. I think it was one of the first decks where you were building up crystals really fast and you bought all the god crystals before I could even get them.
I was going with the wine press side of things, but I don't think it's really going to work in Blitz all too well. I don't think
Okay.
just because how fast like these things can happen, like the win conditions.
Yeah.
Like Chess turn 4 can win with his health win condition. This can win by turn 5 or 6. I just don't know how I'll be able to generate enough um, creatures and crystals
Yeah.
to make it work in a blitz situation.
Okay.
Not with
I,
our card pool.
yeah, I'd be interested to know what is missing to um, make sure that that's a very viable option, because I don't even hear y'all talking about, like, because you're throwing down 9 crystals. That's like 1 crystal short of a god crystal, and so and naturally, because this is a different game, it's not like I played Mud one time, and it's just not in people's cross check. I don't think, and I just easily beat him to crystals because that's not something that people are really weighing when you get into your turn. Like, I think as you really get good, and I'm not saying I'm good, I'm just saying, like, as you get good, it's going to be a very hard choice between spending a crystal versus leaving that crystal to buy God crystal. Do you have enough to eke out, either 8 different ones or 10 total by your next turn before they get stolen? That should be like when this is really well crafted as far as the card pool. That should be a legitimately difficult decision to spend versus saving. I mean, that's kind of whole thing of it. So if there's stuff that's missing and you guys think of something that would aid in that piece of it, then I'd be interested to implement that or see what, if you do have deck builds that are going crystal focused, as far as like figuring out a way to get it, say, and protect it without overspending. It's probably going to in some ways be more defensive or require some type of ramp on the crystal side. I know there's some creatures, and I think there's some gatekeepers that help with like either doubling crystal or that kind of thing. That's probably where it's going to end up being, something like that. But anyways, just curious, see if you guys, because I don't hear you talking about hunt phase at all. So obviously, and that's normal because it's not a normal win condition. That's like inherent to the game. So for most games, it's just like take their life points down. But I think that's probably going to be in the long run. That's going to be much more. It needs to get closer to almost a 50-50 type of decision. So
I think
ideally,
I don't know if the boosting gem creation will help. I know it sounds like it'll help, but um, if I'm saving and I'm trying to boost up these crystals and all this, I'm doing the least to spend them. That means I have a weaker board to
yep.
where when they go into hunt phase, all of it just gets stolen anyway. We're gonna need more, like I think more incantations and artifacts or powers that um, like limit hunt phases or just shut hunt phases down for so long, or target player can't hunt, or um,
Do you mean attack or you mean hunt? Oh, you
hunt.
mean hunt because
Yeah,
you're okay. Yeah, yeah.
trying
There's
to save
definitely
the crystals. Like I
there's
know there's
definitely
stuff there is already here to help. I know I've came across some that somewhat do that, but I think we're going to need
okay.
a bigger pool of those cards to choose
Yeah,
from
yeah.
to make the hunt
Okay,
phase more viable.
that makes sense. Yeah, let me go back and I'll see if I can take a look. I need to craft a deck specific to that and see how viable it is, and then come back. And create something that's more in blitz. I need to do it in a blitz mode style and see what's realistic. Because I think once that happens a few times, people are going to be like, "Oh wow, yeah." Because I think that a defensive deck potentially, like maybe even a defensive control deck, should have a real good chance of going out pretty quick on God Crystal. So, and if it doesn't, then I need to do more work. So
You can build it before tomorrow. That would be cool to see it go up
yeah,
against Mrs. deck,
yeah,
because his is going to be the fastest. If
okay,
Since my deck idea earlier just doesn't work, um, man, I don't. Chess's deck is going to make people not want to play the game,
oh really?
because yeah, it just gets to the point where um, there's really, I mean, there's ways to stop it, but in the end, it's just like you can only build so much with these blitz decks to where um, yeah, his stuff just gets out too fast, and you're not, outside of just power stoppage, like you have to have, like, being able to stop the power that he uses to help him get up so high would help. But um, I seen a purple um, power stop spell, but I haven't seen too many other than that, like a dispel magic or a dampen or something like that. I
Yeah,
think I have one in here, but I might not actually. No, I
I
don't
don't
even
think
have
that
it in here.
you say he's what's his mechanic, or what's his win? What's he? How's he? What's the play? So he's getting his health up. Is that right?
Yeah, so he's playing I believe it's an incantation that
Okay.
says if you trip, the bottom piece of it says if you triple your health, um, you win the game.
Okay.
Uh, and then he's running the creature that says that uh, yellow can't be countered at all, and that he's running a spell that says if you gain 5 health, but if you have 3 creatures, gain 10 health, and then he's running the gear that says if it attacks through to I think creature or target player, um, double your health. So if it's very easy to get to, um, you know, 40 or whatever it is that he's getting to.
See
Like,
health. Yeah.
last night he was well over. Like he was getting to, if he'd have turned it, I think it would have been like up to 90, almost 100 health. By the time he was able to get it all done, but like I know there's pieces to stop it, but it's just like if you're building for a crystal deck, you're gonna typically probably not have those stopping things in that deck for that because you're
Yeah.
going to be building for crystals. If you're building an
Yeah.
aggro deck, you're not going to have anything to really stop it.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Even if you're
Yeah.
building like a control deck, it's really not. I mean, just all
Yeah.
the pieces together make it somewhat of like an Exodia type thing. At least that's how
Yeah.
I'm looking at it,
Yeah.
because I was swinging for, uh, so was it 36? I was swinging for 36 a turn with 3 of those Sea Webbers out, and it just didn't matter because I got him all the way down to 1 health. Um, Next turn, he got it all back plus 10, and it was just like,
Yeah.
okay, well, fuck, there's nothing you can really do. And then I was
Yeah.
playing it wrong on top of that, so like I
Yeah.
don't understand. I don't see anything else being able to keep up with that kind of generation, because as soon as he puts that gear up there, like if you're not able to knock it down, like with those bigger swinging guys, like the 12, 12, 12. I was like, I was told him my side, I was like, shit, these are like the only saving grace against this. Um,
Yeah.
and he was like, yeah, pretty much. And he just chuckled and went up to 80 health.
Yeah.
He's like, this game.
Or do you think my
Yeah.
So
deck
it
would
was
be
like,
able to get him? Because all I need to do is hit 1 health on him, and if I have that
it's it's
gatekeeper,
uh, it's all it's all whoever gets it first.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think his
Blitz.
goes a little bit faster than yours, but I've seen you get yours out a little bit faster this round too. So it's just whichever one of you get it out faster. Yeah, you could beat it. Like if he stalls out and doesn't get what he needs, but it's the same. Y'all's game would be somewhat of a toss up because both of your win conditions. But
Yeah. I'll
it,
be
yeah,
so
just
when I go back to the fundamentals, of something. It's like, is it requiring him to have multiple pieces together, or is it just one card? And is it like repeatable, like all the time? If not all the time, but like more than 60%. And then you said turn 5, so I'm trying to think here. If I were to go back and math out, realistically when you could get 2 god crystals, turn 5 is actually a pretty, like, that's probably close. You're getting close to a 15-minute game, I think. Turn 5, turn 6. um I got to look at the actual crystal production math, but at some point you're going to be creating more crystal um, than you need for 2 god crystal. I mean, there's almost a timer on it, on the blitz side, because you got 2 god crystal or 20 life. So turn 5 or 6, okay, that doesn't concern me. Multiple pieces to get there, that doesn't concern me. But if it's just like it just takes one piece and it's like turn 2, like I heard you saying something about a turn 2 win condition, I was like, okay, I gotta see what's happening here. Because I could see it being possible, but it should be like you drew exactly what you needed, and you got you got multiple mechanics working together. And if that's the case, it's like, sweet, man, you pulled it off. But if it's like you're pulling it off every time, turn 2, like that's a problem, you know.
but like
Um,
what about you're pulling it off, say every turn 4, turn 5, turn 6, it still will get to a point where it seems
yeah,
like it's sort of like if you can get it
but
every
he's
time and then you're not decking out, like you still have plenty of cards in your deck. Like it's I don't know. I personally feel like that's I don't know how to say it without even sounding like a dick or being rude about it, but it's I don't know.
Yeah, I'll take a
Personally, I
look at
feel
it
like
for sure.
it's jank. But I mean,
Okay.
it's just is what it is. Like
Wait,
if
and
he
is
has
it
all
that?
the pieces, like it's fine. I mean, it's cool. It like it is what it is. Like Mike. Mike had all the pieces. He can do what it does. And chess has all the pieces that do what it does. But then it might turn into um, just a whole bunch of people playing for win conditions. Because you think once we get to um, tournaments and big prizing and stuff like that in the future, when that does happen or if that does happen, you're going to get the guys in here that are um, hyper competitive. And
Yeah,
if they know that win conditions are what's going to win all these games, you're just going to have tournaments of win conditions.
yeah,
And then there's a whole lot of other avenues in the game to win, but it's just going to be all win conditions. And the guys that want to have fun with aggro or um, god token creations, or it's just not going to happen.
okay. No, that's good. I mean, that's that. I don't know. Like the only guiding principles I can always come back to, uh, um, because how somebody wants to interact or engage with the cards. Like I'm indifferent to like. There's going to be Spike types, Timmy types, and Johnny types. Some people are going to want to see all those weird combos play out. The guiding principle for me is like there should always be an answer, like a realistic answer. Um, and if there's not, then we need to look at that. And then the other guiding principle would be, if you've got one piece and you just got to get to that one piece and it's auto win, then like that's just gross. That's like so maybe that the costing needs to be adjusted, or or it needs to be eliminated. I mean, maybe if that life uh, win condition is toxic, then we need to remove it. I have to look at it, and see it. But if it's like, oh yeah, the answer to that is you just add one or two of these, one of this kind of creature and this spell or power or artifact or whatever, um, or this card that says when you gain life, you lose that much life, or whatever, there should be legitimate um, answers, but everything's kind of like yin and yang. So it's like I've got an answer for that, but you also have an answer for this, and then I got an answer for that, and you got an answer for this, and so on and so forth. Like it should be some back and forth. And in Blitz, it should be a quick game. So it's like you go through, boom, boom, boom. Met my win condition this time, and at 5 turns, 6 turns, whatever. That sounds about right. Um, for a quick game, because obviously the first 2 turns there's not a whole lot going on, but I'll take a look at it. In fact, I'll build a deck tonight, and I'm not going to specifically focus on that, but I'll just make sure that I think I have answers for uh, certain kinds of conditions, and just see if it's still just impossible to work around. And I'll talk to him about it too. What's his sense of what's Chess's sense? Did he feel like it was unbalanced or OP, or did he feel like he just weaved it together and it's just a solid deck that he made?
I think he thinks it's a solid deck because it is a solid deck.
Okay.
But he also knows that because we did sort of hit on it like, damn, this is it's kind of brutal because when you're taking 36 damage or he was sometimes I think he took 40 plus damage last night because I had the artifacts that tip to deal the 3 damage and I had like two of them out doing
Yeah.
6 a turn there and then
Yeah.
the the 34 36 with the 3 Sea Webbers. Sea Webbers are the biggest hitting things out there, and like I said, I was playing them wrong, but that was the only reason that the game didn't end sooner,
Yeah.
um, because I was
Yeah.
able to bring him down, so low, and then he can go up. He was able to go up just higher the next turn. Um,
Well, like I
so
told him, I want a mirror match so I can see it. Sometimes you can see like how OP something is when you're playing the deck. You can be like, oh, there's like it unlocks things that when you're deck building, like if I'm playing against somebody, I may not be able to see it, but if I got their deck and I'm playing, so I'll do that, and I'll see if I can. I'll try to create something as well that's just what I would consider. Um, I don't know, a deck that might be able to answer life specific type win conditions without just totally. I hate to just target a deck with a win condition, because then somebody can just target the one I got with something else, and so I try to have some multiple answers within a deck. And that's the way it would be ideally played out. I mean, that's the reason for 4 piles is unified action. I mean, it's so if you're going all in on one strategy, like the single color the other day, or a gatekeeper that seems overpowered, and then you're kind of hanging it out there. So if it's an all life win condition, there should be answers that shouldn't make myself too leveraged on one approach, to be able to keep myself from being completely vulnerable to some other counter to what I'm trying to do. But we'll see. I mean, maybe it's just overpowered. Maybe it needs to cost more. Maybe the life win condition needs to be something like 5 times. I don't know. But for Blitz, either way, no matter what, those games are supposed to be faster. So it's like boom, boom, boom. We do our thing. All right, cool. Switch out decks or whatever. Now, I don't even know. I mean, y'all can tell me, but I don't even know if the Blitz will be the competitive scene, if it will be a component of that or not, or if maybe that'll be the dominant version of the competitive scene. I don't know. To be determined. Right now, just want to focus more on fundamentally having answers, and something not being automatic. If it's automatic or it's toxic, and it consistently toxic, then it's got to be removed or changed.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about potentially upping the minimum card, uh, like the minimum card allowance for Blitz, like making it 50 instead of the 32? Because I think we would potentially alleviate all of these issues with making the minimum 50 to have more cards in each stack to make it harder to get to that point of this bam 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 win condition.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that's definitely the intent of the normal, what I guess we're calling casual game. And it's not really, casual is probably a bad word, but the normal game is, the 100 cards is probably more what the competitive scene is. Like having 20 cards in a stack. Like Blitz is supposed to be like, hey, let's just throw this crap down, run it. Oh, that was kind of neat. All right, switch out piles, try something else. It's getting lots of little. It's really the beginner format for me. I mean, I get it. It'll be harder potentially to compete, but the 32 cards, it doesn't, that I'm not stuck on that number. We can change that number around, but um, philosophically, what's it supposed to be doing? It's supposed to be like get in and get out, right? And so the more cards, or the more life, or the more crystals that you have, like God Crystal, from a win condition perspective, then you're moving into more of a 30 to 45 minute game when people really know their decks, and they're proficient. This one, I don't personally see the Blitz as the hardcore competitive mode. I see it more as oh, we tried this. Oh, that's totally jank. Or, you got lucky or whatever. Now let's I'm going to try something else over here, build it up real quick, run it back, that kind of thing. It's fast games.
I mean,
Um, Go ahead. Sorry, Mike.
no, I was gonna say, I mean, we could put 50 cards, but then, I mean, to try to mix it up, but it's also like I have 32. My deck's pretty solid. All I have to do is just duplicate one of each card, just because I won't reach the 5 maximum limit of each card. So it would
Yeah.
just it'd make more of the same cards to be pulled more often with the same outcome, just a little bit more
Yeah.
cards. Because like if he wanted to do 50 and I only had 32, all I have to do is duplicate each one of each card, and then I'm already at 50.
Yeah.
Or not even one of each card. I'd have to duplicate like 20 cards of the same card, and then I'd already be there.
Yeah, I, so I can tell you one of the things, Big Daddy, as far as the size, is that, I'd like to be able to create something that, I'm looking more at the beginner side. So like, I'd like to create something that basically I can either hand out or give out, or price it really, low for someone to try out. But I'm not thinking competitive like and a lot of the card numbers there. And like I said before, a 32 card deck for us, if you start throwing in auras or lands or whatever from other games, like, I mean, I don't know, when I'm running a 50 or 60 card, I mean, I'm almost at 50% for resources in other games. So, maybe just under, but it's definitely above 33%. So, now you're getting up close to 50 card type of deck with the resourcing, um, for a 32 card deck here. But I'm not pushing back. Just try it. I mean, you can build it, like you say, hey, let's build a 50 card deck and see what that changes it up. But um, why it's lower is because, want to try to simplify the creation of the 32 cards and then make it easier to distribute without, having a costlier product. But if that's what it needs to be, then that's what it needs to be. So I'm not dug in on it. If it needs to be 50 cards, let's just test it out. If everybody's liking that better, then that's the direction we'll go for the Blitz format. I still might make 32 card beginner decks anyways. I mean, I still might just be like, hey, these are, try the game out. They're 32 cards, but our Blitz format is a 50 card, or something. That's fine. We can do that too.
Yeah, I could see
So
that. I could definitely
I mean, I'll
squeeze
just
that.
I'll keep it at 32. I'll just play at 32. Um, I didn't know that was your um didn't know that was the plan with them. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense just to keep it like it is. I'm just brainstorming, really.
yeah,
It's
no, you're
just
good. You're
giving
good.
you ideas where I think
You're,
they could make
you're
it better. But
yeah.
if you already have plans for it, then let's go ahead and just keep it
There,
this way and just
there's
fix it.
there's nothing that's physically done, like packaging wise, that restricts it to that. So, if it needs to change, it needs to change. I'm just being like, I'm just telling you, like, some of the other considerations that, like, for me, it's there's more than gameplay stuff that I have to, you know that to try to optimize towards, um and it's not your problem. If what matters ultimately is great gameplay, and for me, great cards and great gameplay. Those are the two things I always just try to come back to. How does this help make the cards better quality? How does this make the game better? If 50 cards makes the game better, cool, we'll do that. I can still do introductory beginner decks, at 32, and maybe I just need to do that, because you guys are doing a good job, I think, of getting in and breaking the game, and that's what we need, for the competitive scene. But I also need to figure out, how do I take somebody who, is familiar with TCGs but just wants to try the game out, and I got to make decks for them to make the teach, for that first game as easy as possible. And that's my next thing that needs to happen. Y'all keep breaking, finding the jank, finding the crappy wording. Like, you're doing exactly what needs to happen. And if there's right now, I see the competitive format at 100 cards. But if y'all say that there also needs to be a competitive format at like 32 or 50 or 60 or whatever, then, there's the sky's the limit. I mean, it's, as far as saying whatever people gravitate towards, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to accommodate the way that people like to play the game.
Yeah. Big Daddy, I have a question. Did you try the crystal card against him, where he can't play a certain type of crystals? Or
No,
no?
Um, but yes, I did actually. But he had the card that says his it countered it in whatever way. Um, if you're free tomorrow, you should hop in and just look at his deck. I very well could be just hyping it up. Um, who knows? But it just I feel like if I'm playing the Sea Weavers wrong and I'm getting multiple Sea Weavers out, and I didn't win one game with playing the Sea Weavers completely wrong and getting out, 3 in 1 turn. Uh, I just see it hard for um, other decks with a lot smaller creatures bringing the health down enough to where it will matter.
Well, so
Um,
what if you took your Sea Weber's deck and then you combined it with the green portion of my deck? That way you can play those, and then you can play my guy and take or you can play the duplicate girl, and you can play that, or even play a little bit of orange deck in there. Take all his creatures, and then you can get the gatekeeper out there. She's a small cost, and then you can get the cost to bring her up that level, and then use the Sea Drakes to attack. And even if he has 90 plus, even if he has a million health, I mean, as long as you get that one counter on him, he'd just be game over.
but it just that'll be too much build up compared to like his what he has to do. He has to get out 5 cards. I'll have to get out. I'll have to play what 7 or 8, 9 or 10 maybe. Um, I think I have a way. I think I have an idea in my head on what I'm going to bring tomorrow. Um, that can be potentially brutal and not get around what y'all have going on, but to equal the playing field. Have my own win condition. Um, there's a like that black card that I showed earlier. Then the green. I might run green black.
Yeah,
Probably use green black.
green and black might be nasty. Because I know the black does some crazy stuff, and then if you put the green in there, they can do some crazy stuff. So they'd probably work pretty well together.
Yeah, and then really the only things that stop the win conditions is some of the creatures that say if this creature's on the battlefield, you cannot lose and opponent can't win or whatever whatever it is. Like that one red card that you had that one time, that big, what was it, 9 cost or 8 cost creature. Um, he shuts all this stuff down. Um, so
No,
there,
well,
I
that's
mean, there's answers to all this.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could put a card down that he can't attack, and then if you buy enough time to build up like that gatekeeper or whatever to hit him for one, it would still be game over. So I mean, I guess you just have to keep playing around with it. I mean, I'm like we said, there's 1,040 cards, and we're so far to even touch the surface. You know what I mean? We're doing 30 card decks. What you guys have 2 or 3 decks. That's still only what 150 cards or less. That's still only 1/10 of all the cards, so it's like there's so many more cards, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we just have to tomorrow. We'll be able to gauge it more. I'll let y'all make y'all's own decisions on it.
Yeah, if it's broken, man, it's like I said, it's gone or it's tweaked something. So we'll don't rest assured that's we're not just gonna um, we're not just gonna keep a card around to keep it around. So if it's broken or busted, or if he's not having to have, if there's no way to stop it, then that's a problem. There's got to be there's got to be reliable ways to stop it and still to where that it's closer to less than 60% win rate if you've got a reasonable um, if I have to design a deck specifically against that deck, then that's a problem. But if I can build a deck that considers elements that are in that deck, and gives me a good sub greater than 40% chance of winning, then we might be okay, and maybe it needs to be requested. But if it's a bad feelings, I mean, that's the other thing too. I there's not a lot of low cost counter spell type stuff right now in this game. And that's just because of 30 years of seeing like somebody spend a lot of time crafting out a deck and then just having, somebody's whole deck about being counterspell for like 30 minutes, with low cost counter spells. And then, at the end, there's some kind of like weird, I don't know, uh, I forget the name of the effect, but basically where, however, it's just a lot of spell casting, a lot of countering, a lot of countering, a lot of countering, not really doing anything but just countering spells until they get to this one card, and then it's just like make a, rip off some kind of infinite combo or something like that, and it's just like, why did I just waste 30 minutes of my life and plus all the hours I put into this deck?
Yeah.
So, I'm that and mill is another thing that's really uh, right now. I won't say it can't be something that can't be a win condition in the future, but right now it's just sitting there and making your whole purpose in life where that other person can't play the deck that they made. I, is probably not going to manifest a whole lot in this game.
Makes sense.
So instead, there's got to be answers. Like you got to build a well-rounded deck where you have answers. But if what Big Daddy's saying is true, where it's like you can't, you would have to completely do everything in your design to just counter this deck, that this life deck or whatever, and everybody's got to do that now, then that's a problem. Like it comes back to the percentages. Like I said, the win percentages. It's okay to be greater than 50, but probably shouldn't be greater than 60, especially if we're talking about competitive. Like my mind didn't even think we'd be talking about competitive yet. I figured we'd still be working on just like, hey, here, hey, Jim, this is how you play this game. And, you might have 2 or 3 colors in a deck, but, uh, you know, easy transition from all these other TCGs you're playing. That's where my head's at. But y'all are good. You're good at breaking the game and having fun with it as you want to have fun with it. But I still need to create that stuff. So
Yeah, I get that.
that's where my head's at. So, but I will. In fact, I'm gonna go build right now in Tabletop Simulator and just kind of take a look around. I'm gonna go back and look at that card too, that life win condition card, because I know what you're talking about. Just need to see it. Maybe undercosted.